Good afternoon. I'm Elena, VIP Homes Ivani with Green Star Realty in the Tampa Bay area. Today, I have the privilege of being with Aubrey Chatham, who is the most extraordinaire new homes consultant with Casa Fresca. Aubrey, what brought you to Casa Fresca?
That's a great question, Elena. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate it. So I started with Casa Fresca right after 2020. I was a mentor. He kind of gave me the opportunity. I had my own detailing business, so kind of wanted to step out and do something a little bit different. He saw the work ethic in me, and I just wanted to do something different, and told me to get into real estate, and that's how I started with Casa Fresca.
I love it.
Yeah.
So if you haven't realized, what we're talking about today is new home sales, buying new construction, which is why I am here with Aubrey. And the community we are in today is Two Rivers, which is in Zephyr Hills. It just borders Wesley Chapel, if you're familiar in the Tampa Bay area. So tell us a little bit about Casa Fresca and what sets them apart.
So Casa Fresca is different by design. And when I say design, is the architecture that goes with the design in the home and the exterior of our homes. So it looks different from the outside with the colors. We're bold, we bring a lot more life to the community, which a lot of people are not used to. It gives you that tropical feel, which a lot of people appreciate more coming home to our colors. It brings a tropical feel kind of vibe, which is awesome. So a lot of people call them cute homes as well too. So
they're very cute. They are, in my terms, they're very aesthetically pleasing. So definitely check my reels in the past. I have done some tours with them at other locations, but we're talking today and we're talking Two Rivers. So why do you think new construction is a smart move for home buyers in 2025?
New construction for a lot of homeowners trying to move into new construction is a great opportunity for them right now because the builder is offering so much, and you're going to be able to take advantage of what we're offering as far as attaining a home with us, Casa Fresca, which is awesome because we're catering to first time home buyers or step down buyers. It's a bunch of different varieties of different families just trying to figure out what their next step is. And new construction is probably the best thing for a lot of people right now. It's brand new.
Brand new, right? So that brings us to affordability. I'll be honest, my favorite part of new construction is affordability. This is Florida, and I don't care where you're tuning in from, you've heard about the insurance crisis.
Correct.
In Florida.
Yep.
My home is 25 years old. My insurance bill is really high. I've sold new construction recently. You're looking at those persons whose homes are bigger is 25% of what I pay.
Correct.
So affordability right there, and it's new. So we're going to move into it. For someone buying their first home, what's the biggest advantage of going new, right? I mean, I pointed out that one, but tell me more.
Yeah, so going new, first home, and the advantage you take with us is like you're the first one in it. Like you said with the insurance, like you get to get a quote where you're like, oh man, this is what I'm paying for this house. It's brand new. Like it's a bunch of features that go into the new build that you're not getting with your resale homes versus getting a new home. So you save a ton of money as far as the builders. We cover closing costs for you. Just depend on when you're trying to be in the home buy. You have a bunch of different aspects towards the home goals and what the buyers are trying to achieve.
You know how old the roof is.
Exactly. It's a brand new roof, the foundation, it's like you won't buy a used car without knowing the Carfax, right?
Correct. Yeah. And that's why with any home, inspections matter. But if you were going resale and you wanted to not have an inspection, I'd call you crazy to your face very loudly. So we'll move along. So let's say I'm going to walk in and I want to buy a Casa Fresca home, but I've never toured. Walk me through from start to finish, from coming in, meeting you, saying, hi, Aubrey, my name's Elena. I'd like to buy a home.
Well, awesome. Welcome in. So we make the process super simple, fun, stress-free. So from the time you walk into us, we greet you. You just kind of figure out what you're looking for so we can kind of point you in the right direction. a lot of people, when they come into the office, they think we're kind of like trying to sell them something. But what sets us apart from other builders with Casa Fresca is our customer service and our attention to detail. So what goes into that is we figure out what they're looking for and just kind of guide them to that, and just figure out what do you need. And then the next step would be just finding that right home that fits, checks all the boxes. Once we get that out the way, we pick a lot, based on when the completion is, when they want to move into the home by. It's a bunch of different things that goes into play with that, so it just has to align with what they're looking for as far as their monthly payment affordability, like you said earlier. So, I mean, from start to finish, it's super simple. So come in, greet you. We go tour the models, find the right home that checks the boxes, pick out a lot with that same home that you want. And then third will be get a pre-qual with our preferred lenders to see where we're at, make sure the numbers align with what you're trying to achieve as far as payment goes, which is affordability. Again, once we get that out of the way, then we take a deposit. Once we get a deposit, we go to contract. We go over purchase agreement. You see everything in there, and there's nothing that's hiding or we're trying to, oh man, we're going to keep your money. No, we just go over all the options with you to protect ourselves and yourself as well. So, and you do have a finance contingency in that. So if you don't get approved in like 30 days or 45 days, we can issue a denial letter, cancel the agreement, and refund your money, which is awesome.
That's great.
And then along that line, let's say you're close to closing, you do get to have a third party inspector to come check out the property for you to give you another peace of mind. Granted, the home is built per code, and the county checks off on everything with the home that's being built, which is awesome. So once you get that, then you take 3 or 4 construction walks, depending on what stage you get the home in with us. Most of our homes are between 30 to 45 day closes. So it's not much walkthrough we do, but you do have your new home orientation and your final walkthrough, so that's probably like a 60 to 45 day close, which once you do that, it's smooth sailing from there. And then we go over all the options with you, how the home kind of operates, the warranty works, which is really cool is you do get a 30-day warranty orientation with the warranty rep after you do close on the home. So they go over all the home, like warranty items, what to expect. Because a lot of people, they rent, so they don't know how to kind of operate their home and what's being like homeowner maintenance, because everything was kind of hands off when you're doing renting the property. So
very true.
I mean, it's super friendly with us. I mean, from start to finish, we're going to hold your hand all the way. So
that's great. So we spoke about getting here, right? Now, as far as perks, we're not going to go deep because people may be watching this at a later time, right? And the perks today are definitely not going to be the perks in 2 weeks.
It won't be.
Or in 2 months.
It won't.
But
we're talking about now.
Right now. April Fools. No, this is not a trick.
No, we're not tricking you.
It is all treats and all goodness. But yes. What are some incentives that buyers can expect when purchasing a new home with Casa Fresca in your 5-year experience?
So in my 5-year experience, I've never seen anything like this before, which is awesome for you guys as first-time home buyers or step-down buyers or move-up buyers. We're right in that middle in between where we're offering a lot of incentives for you as far as the rate goes, which it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to be in a home within 30 days, we're going to figure out what you need and where we need to be as a company and what you're trying to achieve with your goals as well to make sure those align. You probably get all your closing costs covered, depending on what you're doing for as far as FHA or VA or conventional goes. They have a couple of different options as well, but most cases I've seen, this is a really good time to buy right now. Like we said, we're not going to go too much into details on what we're going to offer, but I've seen some people got all their closing costs covered with a below market rate right now. So for anyone that's watching or listening out there right now, if you're on the fence, I'd say now would be a time for you to come and check us out at Two Rivers. So
let's converse, and I will bring you to come see Aubrey. All right?
Let's go.
Now, let's talk a myth, right? We've been giving them a lot of truths, and here's the truths as of today. But what is a myth that a lot of home buyers think when they're coming in? Let's debunk it, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. So one thing I've known, you probably agree with me, so a lot of people that tend to come in and they're like, oh, once they get a payment estimate with the breakdown, like, oh man, is that what the land taxes are? Or that's what property taxes or whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm 2 years later or a year later, my bill shoots up by $500. No, that's not the case here. So whatever we do here based on an estimate with our preferred lenders, the land and the bill will already be assessed in that payment, so you're not going to have a surprise later on, be like, oh man, my payment shot up like $300. Everything is going to be based on that estimate right now in this time because the Pasco County was already assessed for the values for these properties. So that's one of the biggest myths for a lot of people when they come in. It's like, oh, is that property tax including that payment? Is that land or is that just the build? Everything is included in the payment. So a lot of people, they tend to get scared when they see the payments and they're thinking it's an additional $200 to $300 on top of that. No, for you guys that's out there that's listening again, everything is included in that monthly payment. Let's say, for instance, a year later, it might shot up to $25, $50, worst case scenario, but we're giving you worst scenario numbers.
Your rent will go up more than $25 or $50 in a year anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get something from it.
Yeah.
Now, if someone's watching, which I think we got a couple of people watching, the phone's a little far away and I got glasses. I can't see real well.
We see you though.
We see you. Hi, thank you for watching us.
Thanks for joining.
But those who are watching and they are thinking about Two Rivers, what's your best advice?
My best advice would be for anyone that's out there right now, wherever you are, wherever you're tapping in from. I'm gonna just keep it real with you like we always do. Elena herself as well. Now is the best time for anyone to be in Two Rivers. If it was up to me, I'd be in Two Rivers myself. That's just my personal opinion for what's everything that's coming and you're nearby everything. Your commute to wherever you want to be, it's just an arm reach. Well, all right, not an arm reach because, Elena's right next to me,
right?
a couple of arms. But I mean, it's just a great time to be out here because nothing is really here yet. And you're getting the entry level pricing right now before everything comes. And we can elaborate more, but if you need more details, like Elena said, just reach out to her or myself. We can give you more details, but a lot is coming to Two Rivers, with a golf course, kind of edging where Hillsborough and Pasco County kiss together. I mean, it's a lot that's coming. You got Peak Surf Park. If you guys want to look that up yourselves, you get some more research on that. Major Highway 56, connect to 54, Tampa Premium Outlets, 15-minute drive, shops at Wiregrass. We can go on and on and on, You got major cities out here, a bunch of shopping centers that's coming. But anyone that's out there looking for that community vibe feel, trying to grow a family, and anyone that's trying to just settle down or just start over or get a fresh start, that's why we are Casa Fresca. You get a fresh start with us. And I'm telling you, you hear it first from me, Aubrey Chatham and Elena. Come out to Two Rivers and find your dream home because we got a little bit of everything for everyone that's looking right now.
Thank you. And that is seriously so true. It's very rare that a big master plan community like Two Rivers, which is going to have about 10 other builders here, but you don't care about them. Casa Fresca, right? It's very rare that one gets in so early. How many homes have already been built here for you guys?
So for Casa Fresca, I think we have a total of 50 in the ground right now. And we've probably sold about, say, 35 of them so far. And that's just since we opened February. We did a couple pre-sales, but last month was great. And a month before that was even better. April, we're looking for a huge, probably more success, so with more people coming in. But now would be your best time to get in now because you don't want to wait till later to get in because you're going to be paying a higher premium versus the folks that got in on the first 100 homes. And we're going to have right around, say, right under 400 homes. So
if you can be in that first 100 or even less than first 200, we understand you got leases and things, but this community is going to have over 2,000 homes. Do you want to get in on the last 200 or the first 200?
You pick, you choose.
That's up to you.